Okay, so we're going to do some examples together. So right here it says the equation of a line equals y equals mx plus b. Write the equation of a line, write the equation of each line given its slope and y-intercept. So I'm just going to give you a little review. Oh, my thing's not working. So just a little note. The number in front of x is the same as the slope. Okay, so when we look here, we have y equals mx plus b. I'm just going to rewrite it over here so we have a little bit more room. Y equals mx plus b. So that means that this m is the slope and your b is the y-intercept. Oh, my I didn't show up. Okay, the y-intercept. Okay, so for the first one, write the equation of each line given its slope and y-intercept. So they gave us the slopes. We know y equals, well, if this is my m, 3/4, if I look here, m, so I'm going to have 3/4 x, and then b is my intercept, so b is -2, so I'm going to write -2, and that's it. These are pretty easy. Next one, b. So we have to put in the form y equals mx plus b. So y equals, my m in this case is -3, so it's -3x. And my b is 0, so plus 0. Next one, y equals, my m is -1/2, so -1/2 x. And then here's my b is +5. Last one, y equals, this one is 0x. My b is +6. There you go. Let's go to the next question. Example 2, writing the equation of a line using a graph. Find the slope and the y-intercept of each line. Then write the equation of each line. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the first one, I can tell here that my y-intercept happens at +6. Okay, so I'm going to write, that's my y-intercept. Okay, and that is, when you remember, y equals mx plus b. B is my y-intercept, so I'm going to call that b equals, oh, I don't need that bracket, x is 0 and y is +6. Okay, you don't need that bracket. Okay, now next one is the slope, so that is the the m that we're looking for. So m equals slope, okay, and slope is rise divided by run. So if we look here, we go from one point to the next. So if I go from 6, you can make a little triangle, okay? You go straight down here and then over. So we are going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my rise is -6 because I'm going down. And then I'm going over 1, 2. And I'm going over in the positive direction. Okay, this is the negative direction. So I went in the positive direction. So it was a +2. Now we can simplify this. So 6 and 2, we could reduce that to -3 over 1. And that's our slope. So now we have to put it in the form y equals mx plus b. So y equals, we know that our slope is negative 3 over 1 x. And then we know that my y-intercept was positive 6. So it's positive 6. And there, we just put it into slope y-intercept form. So let's do the second one. I always like doing my y-intercept first. So this one, y-intercept's happening at positive 2. So y-intercept is represented by the letter b. And so we know at this point x is 0 because it's not positive 1 or negative 1. So x is 0 and y is positive 2. Now when I look at my slope, m equals rise divided by run. And what I'm going to do is I make a little triangle. Okay, so my run, I'm going up 1, 2. So it's positive 2 on the way up. And then I'm going over 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going over 4. And once again, that was in the positive direction. Okay, so we can reduce 2 over 4 to positive 1/2. So now with the form y equals mx plus b, we can say y equals, well, here is our m, so it's 1/2 x, and then our b is plus 2. All right, next one. Using equation of a line to create a graph. So this one, it says identify the slope and the y-intercept of each line. So right away, right here is my y-intercept. Okay, and that's happening at plus 1. So I'm going to put a dot at plus 1. And then over here, I know that my slope, let me just do it down here. Slope equals 4. Now remember, if there's nothing underneath it, there's always assumed that it's a 1. So that means it's rise is 4 and the run is 1, and they're both positive. So let's do our triangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going up 4 and then we're going over 1. Put a dot. Now remember, you always use a ruler doing this, so this is going to look awful, but I'm trying my best. Okay? And you always add arrows on either side of the line because the line just goes on forever. Okay? So now let's graph the next one. Well, we know that our y-intercept is negative 3, so we put a dot on negative 3. And then we have our slope, which is 1/2. So m is our slope. And our slope is 1/2. So we know slope is rise divided by run. So from here, we'll go up 1 positive. And then we'll go over 2 positive. 1, 2. Put our dot. And then the thing is, you can keep doing this, right? We can go up another 1. And over 2, 1, 2, put a dot. You can go up 1 and over 2, put a dot, okay? And the same thing, you can go down, because 2 negatives make a positive, right? Down 1, over 2, put a dot. Down 1, over 2, put a dot. And then you can join all of these. Once again, I apologize. It's really hard doing this on the computer. Okay? So there's your line. Last set of questions, C and D. So we're going to graph these. So when we look at this, it's not in y-intercept form. We want it to be y equals mx plus b. Okay, so we have to rearrange this. So negative 3x plus y minus 1 equals 0. So we're going to change it to y equals. So we're going to move this 3 over. It's going to, negative 3x is going to turn to a positive 3x. Negative 1 turns to a positive 1. Now this looks easier. Now we have our y-intercept, which is plus 1. So plus 1, put a dot. And then we know our slope is 3 over 1. So we can go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 1. Put a dot. And we can join, awful. There's our line. Okay, next one, x plus y equals 2. So we're going to change it to y equals mx plus b. So y equals, we're going to take this x and move it. Positive x turns to a negative x. And the positive 2 stays on the same side, so we still have positive 2. So my y-intercept is positive 2, so positive 2. Put a dot. And then here looks a little weird, right? Because there's nothing in front. So really all that means is it's negative 1x, right? And if there's nothing underneath it, it's always assumed that it's a 1. So remember, rise over run. So we're going to go down 1. And then over 1 positive. Okay, you go down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1. Okay, we can connect all these dots. And that's how you draw it. It's pretty easy once you get used to it, but definitely need to practice. Okay? So now the last page is here, and this is your homework. So you are going to do these on your own, okay? Slope, m, so remember y equals mx plus b. M is your slope, and this b is your y-intercept. Okay, good luck.